what are some of the top things that you think business owners should know before they exit?
Well, I think before they exit, it's interesting because I feel like it's a few times a year for me where a client comes to me and says, I think I'm ready to start talking about selling my business and just start planning for future. And it's always like, okay, let's go. I feel like this is the time. But really, it's the best time to do it is when you're doing really well and it's an upward trend. And it's almost like the hardest time to let it go because you're doing so good. You have efficiencies in place. Staffing is great. There's a lot of demand for what you are doing. And so it's almost a little bit harder, but you've got to, what is it? Buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times they're coming to me because they're like, should I sell? Because I'm doing really well. And I'm like, yeah, this is the best time to do it. So it's like, can I go higher than this? And I think that's where people get into trouble. They're like, can I go more than this? Or is this the high? Will it go down from here? And so I think starting to plan that in the beginning of like, yeah, let's do it now. Because I think if you are doing really well and you have everything in place, that's really the time to be selling. And then sometimes when I see a client and they're my client and I'm doing it monthly, I'm like, this is a really great time to sell. I start putting it in their brain and they're like, yeah, but it's going really well. We have all these efficiencies and we're doing so good. And I think we can increase. And I'm like, yeah, but this is a good time. I think that's where the harder conversation is. But if you're not having anyone look at it or you're not thinking about it, then it's a bit harder to get someone in.
Well, and I think that's where just having strategic people who can talk, because the reality is buyers want to buy great businesses that still have an upside. Right. And so it's hard to know when that peak actually is.
Right.